Family, they say, is a blessing, but at the same time, it can also be a curse. Now, I'm saying this because of how much family has played a huge part in ruining the career of many footballers in Africa, both upcoming and already successful footballers. I know a lot of stories personally of how family members who were supposed to protect the player becomes the biggest albatross in the career of the footballer. Now, for example, I've had conversation with a lot of European agents who go to Africa to scout for players. Some of the stories they tell you can be very, very laughable, ridiculous, and ludicrous. Some agent told me about their experience in Ghana, how players haven't scouted these players, haven't decided to take these players to Europe. That moment, so many people begin to show up. Pastor, uncle, brother, even grandmother. Sometimes the players will need to get their grandmothers involved. Sometimes they need their pastor, sometimes they need the imam to take the final decision. And these European agents are saying to me, Omar, what's going on with you guys? It's so incredibly stupid, the things that we experience in Africa. Sometimes you hear a grandmother having to get involved. Sometimes the pastor must take the final decision, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Now, I'll tell you a personal story. A player reached out to me on TikTok. I will not mention his name. He said, hey bro, I'm a huge fan. I follow your work. I am from the Ukraine. I'm here in Germany. I'd like you to help me. I said, okay, send me your video. I looked at his video. To be honest, fantastic footballer. He plays in the German Regional Liga. I think that should be the fifth league. I don't know if I'm correct, but it's called the German Regional Liga. But top talent, good striker, powerful, strong on the ball, very good in front of goal. I said this guy has got potential. Of course, because of where he's coming from, the Ukraine, he doesn't have papers in Germany, he's struggling. But of course, he found a club where he's playing, and I must tell you, the level is high. The level is very good. So one day my contact rings me up, top German football agent who would normally not touch a player in that level. And he said to me, Omar, one club in Hungary, one of the clubs that I have contact with, are looking for a player, but not a top player, not a player that I usually work with. But I need you to help me find a player at a lower level who has got the potential, to grow. And the salary will be 12,000 euros monthly. This guy was earning 1,500 euros monthly. And I'm like, okay, this guy will fit the bill. I sent this guy's profile over. They watched it. They were like, wow, such a good player. Where did you find this guy? I said, don't worry. I've got a lot of them in my database. Now, they reached out to the club in Hungary. They were like, oh, good player. We'd like to work with this guy. We'd like to see how he goes. We'd like to watch him. If he does well, we'll give him a contract right away. I reached out to the player and said, bro, good news. Got a guy who wants to take you to Hungary. We can do a three-way call. Let's have a conversation. Let's clear it up. So the agent asked the player, do you have any agent? Have you signed any contract with any agent? Player says, no. And the agent says, okay, fantastic. I'm not just going to help you get a contract in Hungary. I could actually help you sort out your paperwork in Germany, because this agent is a renowned lawyer, top football agent, top athlete manager, and of course, he's managed a lot of artists in sports and entertainment. So he was willing to take the pain and sort this guy out in terms of his paperwork. Player says, okay, not bad, but Omar, one thing, I need you to speak to my father. I said, why not? Let's do it. He rings up his father. I'm on the other side. He happens to be not just the father, but there's an uncle who is based somewhere in Spain who suddenly is the agent. Now we got talking. I'm like, okay, father, this and that is going on. Your son has an opportunity to go to Hungary to earn 12,000 euros from 1,005. Fantastic opportunity, I think. I don't think we should miss it. Now the uncle comes on and says, Omar, here's the thing. I am a FIFA licensed agent. I have the authorization to manage this guy. If you are your partner, not my partner, just a contact that I know. If you and your partner wants to take him to Hungary, you must cooperate with me. So I was like, what do you mean by we must cooperate with you? Because I don't truly understand what you're talking about. You must cooperate with me. That's what he said. I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Because it doesn't sound clear to me, cooperate with you. This is the player. There is an agent who wants to take him to Hungary. You are the father and you are the uncle. I think that's clear. Uncle, father, your roles are clear. He said, no, I'm the agent. I have the authority. I have the mandate from him. And the player had earlier told me that he had no contract with any agent. But immediately I heard that, I got very furious. And I was like, but this is not what your player told me or your uncle, your son told me. He said, yeah, but that's the situation. Talk to your agent. You guys must cooperate with me. I said, it's all good. I pick up the phone. I call Mark, my friend, and I said to him, here's what I'm hearing. And I think this is not funny at all. And he said to me, that's not going to work. I'm not going to work for a player and someone somewhere who claims to be an uncle comes in suddenly because he has a contract or a mandate and takes over everything. I said, that's true, that's correct, I agree with you. Now we've got to make a call again. Let's get on the call, everyone. We got on the call again and he repeats the same thing. Mark, the agent, got really angry and said to him, first thing first, are you an agent? If you are an agent, let me know. Or are you an uncle so that we are clear about your role? He said, I'm an agent. I have the mandate. I have the contract for this player. And he said, no, I think I'm out. I don't want to get involved with all of these shenanigans. I asked him from the get-go, have you got an agent? He said, no. Here we are. Same story, same drama. And this exactly is how that deal was cut to. This guy still plays in the regional league. And I wonder how far he can go with such a group of people around him. This is exactly one of the biggest problems facing African footballers, big or small.